Greetings and welcome to this week's Technopoly 411. Nick has been doing a little bit of research on Google's new search algorithm, and I think Mike may have something to say about that too.
Yeah, well, the great news from Google is that they are working hard to refine the algorithm and give some preferential treatment to data that's a little bit more current. Now, it's not quite so simple to say just because someone posted something new, it's going to be higher in the search results. They've actually gone to a higher degree of effort to find things that people want to find current news. For instance, if I search for a professional baseball team or a professional football team, the Google algorithm is now smart enough to understand that I'm talking about something that has frequently changing results. And it will, of course, take me to a page that's been updated sooner. But now it's not just a simple ranking change. It adjusts PageRank, which, if you go back to the history of Google, is a very complex process. PageRank essentially starts where a site is given a PageRank value. They link to several other sites which have their own unique PageRank values. The funny thing is it's a recursive function. Now, if you don't understand recursion, just Google what is recursion. The idea is my PageRank affects your PageRank. Because 50,000 people view me, and I say, look at you, you're worth more than the thing that Joe's Garage with 10 visitors links to. So PageRank is a unique and complex animal, and I think this is great that Google has enhanced this by adding more recent search results and trying to prioritize over people making improvements.
Oh, and I mean, that certainly sounds great, of course. I mean, who doesn't want to have, newer, fresher stuff? I do like the term, fresher and fresher. They keep talking about that in here. It's crazy. Sounds like a laundry commercial almost. But I guess it begs the question, that Barney kind of spoke about in How I Met Your Mother. New is always better. And is that always true? I mean, let's say you're trying to do some research on, and let's just for the sake of the example and the argument here, you have somebody who just decides to create some stupid web page. They call it some, history.something or whatever .gov. It doesn't really matter. But they have unchanged information on there except for one other thing, and that gets outranked, say, over a website that has real factual basis to it, let's say a university's web page for their history department or something like that. They never really update it. Why would they need to? How are they going to compensate for something like that with that ranking system? Right.
Well, I think the big thing to keep in mind is that it's just an enhancement. It's just a tweaking. Mm-hmm. So just because something is new isn't going to make it the top. It still has to have frequent visitors. It still has to have powerful referrers. And then there's going to be a weighting value saying, okay, all these people are already great, but this guy's got the new stuff. Let's put him at the top. So I don't think, there's definitely concern for spam.
And that's definitely one thing that they touched on.
Right, exactly.
Spam potential is going to increase because that's always
right.
New.
And just to think, the terminology for, searching for news about Lindsay Lohan's new movie. Well, she just did the Playboy shoot. And people are going to be sitting on typo squatting and playing. But, again, it all comes down to the PageRank algorithm, which I have huge faith in. I mean, I've been using Google since... yeah.
Well,
right?
Me, on the other hand, I'm still a traditionalist with Yahoo, just going way back to the old days. Ever since I got their email, I could never stop.
Why? Really, why?
Well, I like the fact that when you're at their homepage, it's not just Google or Yahoo or whatever. It's they have news on there, links to their email, and I know you can get that through Google. Obviously.
Yeah, so just go to news.google.com. I mean,
right, but it's then I
That's
got
a lot more to type.
Right,
or my Google.
But Yahoo brings it all right to that one page, just to yahoo.com.
But you're not in control.
You've many times I just come across a really amazing article that's on there just because I wanted to check my mail, and I go to yahoo.com. And there it is. It's like, oh, well, that's very interesting. I mean, that's one reason I go back to it. I think they draw me in more simply just because they have more content on their webpage when you go to it. Whereas Google, they seem to kind of compartmentalize everything when it comes to going to blogs or mail or news or finance. Yahoo tends to bring that all together, and that's kind of why I like them a little bit more than Google,
I suppose.
And one thing that I noticed too, kind of reading about a little bit about this here, that it says that it's going to impact over 1/3 of the searches, but upon reading it a little bit further, it's just basically a 35% improvement, but on what? They
Right.
really don't specify. So
Right.
it seems very ambiguous. when
It
comes
is,
to
and how do you say that one search result is better for the other than the other?
True.
You know, I can swear up and down that Google gives me better results than Yahoo, and you can swear up and down that Yahoo is more useful than Google. But how do we really rank that? It comes down to someone's personal preferences. You know, I prefer a clean page with no obstructions. I don't want to see the news. If I want the news, I'll go look at the news. Right? I
Right.
want to search for what I want to search for and get done. And you know, a lot of the things with Google is predictive text. I am a huge supporter of predictive text because the
Yahoo
Lord
has
knows
that
I can't
too.
spell.
Well, when you're typing in a website on Yahoo, you have that too. It usually tells me what I'm looking for before I even know it. So.
Did you know that back in the early 2000s there was a time when Yahoo was powered by Google?
Really? No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm
apparently.
pretty sure that everything is all from one
Well,
big pot.
I already know
You're
that.
probably a
uh,
Bing user, aren't you?
What?
You like Bing.
No.
There was a
Yahoo, Google, whatever I
Sure.
feel like.
Yeah.
Well, Bing is so cool because it's just one syllable versus Yahoo, Google.
Oh, that's right.
Bing, Bing.
Yes.
Just Bing.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting article I read about a guy that was fired at Microsoft for not being too enthusiastic enough about Bing. Look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Well.
Oh my
YouTube, there's another one.
There we go.
There we go.
Wait,
Oh yeah. YouTube. YouTube. Thank you for watching. by
I
the
do
way.
not deny
But
the fact that Google is everywhere in my life, but I mean, when it comes to getting my mail and doing searches, Yahoo's still with me. I just love their setup on their website. It's you know, everything right there for me. What can I say?
remember when we used to have GeoCities sites?
Oh my God, yeah, of course.
We should wrap this up.
Samurai joined forces. Nobody will get that. Nobody will get that.
No one will get that, but I think the page is still
You
out
10
there.
viewers out there, don't bother Googling that. Yeah, the
Please
page is
don't.
probably still
I bet
out
you
there.
could look it up on Google. You could put that in, you think?
Well, maybe we should
I'm
try
gonna
that. in
try
between
that
things
when we
here.
get
Yeah, why
done.
not?
Why don't we wrap it up? We gotta move.
Well,
You wrap it up. I don't want to.
well, I
Yeah.
will. Thanks for watching. This has been another exciting episode of Technopoly
4?
1.
One.
So used to saying the one, sorry.
See.